It simply wasn't just a matter of wartime hysteria following the Pearl Harbor bombing that led to the political pressures to forcibly remove and detain persons who now shared the ancestry of a wartime enemy.
In conceptualizing the arc of the book, I thought of it as a movie with the scenes unfolding. I wanted to bring that into the lives of the Japanese Americans, the Issei and the Nisei.
The trauma of the generations of discrimination and injustice, its repression, and the process of redress, reconciliation, and healing are part of the histories of individuals, of families, of communities, and of the very history of our country itself.
I hope that our time today, I'll be able to give you some insights into a powerfully tragic episode in our nation's past that's resulted from the unequal treatment of a racial minority and the importance of recognizing and preventing such episodes from occurring again.
The Roosevelt administration had anticipated that there would be war at some point with Japan. They were already watching and investigating the Issei generation, the men who were the community leaders. Even before Pearl Harbor, they had already identified who they thought were the community leaders and ranked them according to levels of reason why they should be considered dangerous potential saboteurs, most likely to be loyal to Japan as opposed to loyal to the interests of the United States.
They divided up the exclusion areas according to how many people that were in that concentration. And they purposefully, I think, sent them to different places to break up the communities.
As they got the word that Pearl Harbor had been bombed, the FBI started arresting thousands of these Issei men.
Having the experiences of those who were incarcerated be the voices that propel the historical narrative.
And that's the thing that I find so wonderful about your book. That roots it in emotion.
And once the exclusion orders were lifted, they returned to intense discrimination, even hate crimes and terrorism.
The rest of the country, this was very much a West Coast issue. They only knew what they were reading in the newspaper and hearing on the radio. A whole generation of folks, that's all they knew about the story, and so it must be true.
We grew up not knowing why our parents didn't want us to learn to speak Japanese, or what the motivation was behind their intense pressure on us to excel academically. I heard my father say many times that we had to be so good that no one could ever deny what we deserved.
I give thanks to the incarcerees who have given us the example of how to endure with incredible grace and resilience and to overcome even generations later.
There's a saying in Japanese, "Okagasama de." Because of you, I am. Today, the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and even great-great-grandchildren are motivated to learn about the stories of their forebears. They're motivated to take action and stand in solidarity with others, recognizing that during World War II, the Japanese Americans needed others to stand with them, but lacked effective allies.
Thanks to you for listening and to fight for what it means to be an American.